gone so long, it's been gone so long. Gone, it's been gone so long, it's been gone so long.
Hey there, everybody.
Hi.
Good morning, and welcome to Canada.
Hey.
We're in Vancouver today before we take a cruise. So we're going to go run around town here, find some fun things to do, some activities, and take you along with us and discover what's going on here in Vancouver.
Yeah. Come on, let's go.
Let's get out of here. Our first stop this morning is going to be Nero Waffles here. There's a couple locations in Vancouver. They make waffles, shockingly enough. There's sweet and savory waffles. They've got a couple of different combinations. There's also some little liege waffles that are kind of like donuts, but they're waffles, and they've got all sorts of different flavorings. I think Annette's going to be leaning toward a sweet waffle, but let's go check out Nero's Waffles.
Yeah, let's go.
Dark hot chocolate to start. I ordered the mini leche waffles, which are kind of like donuts, and I got a vanilla custard. I believe there's some filling in there, pistachio, and a dark chocolate coconut. And then got the autumn apples. Autumn Awesome. And it's got cinnamon apples, ice cream, whipped cream, caramel. It's a lot. They look pretty good.
Looks delicious.
Nice and fluffy. The inside of the pistachio, and then the custard one does indeed have some vanilla custard inside. All right, so we finished at Nero's. That's really, really good. They have sweet and savory options. We chose to go sweet, but they do lunch and dinner. Everything looks really good. They're making those waffles fresh, really tasty. What you think? Good?
It was so good. Yeah, glad we stopped.
Highly recommended if you come to the downtown Vancouver area. Great place to get breakfast, lunch, or even dinner.
Really
Downtown Vancouver and near Stanley Park is a popular place to rent bikes. Great bike riding opportunities. Let's see how Annette feels about getting back on a bike.
We're not going in there.
Into the sun here. Right behind these buildings here is Canada Place, which includes the port for the cruise ships, and then we got the marina here, and just beyond you can see beautiful views out there with the mountains in the background. Little snow still capping the mountains here in May. So we're going to take a walk here along the seawall and see some of the sights. We are right here in Stanley Park. Encompasses this entire island. There's trails, there's a seawall walk all the way around it. It's just beautiful. And right down here is where the cruise ships go. And if you're watching some of our other videos, we are staying in a hotel right in this area. The seawall along the Stanley Park circumnavigates the entire island, and there's two lanes, one for walking and one for biking. Walk past the rowing club up here. You can learn to row there. And the marina, plenty of beautiful boats set up against the Vancouver skyline. And the seawall here, which goes all the way around Stanley Park. We're gonna try and hit some highlights, and there's lots of trails going throughout the interior of the park as well. Plenty of wildlife, so you have to keep your eyes open, because there is wildlife here in the park. Here's the park drive along the inlet in 1900. And there have been 2 storms that uprooted thousands of trees over the years. The Grand Seawall was created 1917. Took 62 years to complete it. An 8.8 kilometer wall. So the seawall is about 8.8 kilometers all the way around. And they envisioned building it in 1917 and thought it would be a really great attraction, and also a way to prevent erosion of the shoreline. 62 years later, it was completed, and it's beautiful walk. Obviously a ton of people enjoying it, biking, skating, and walking throughout the day. And today is a particularly beautiful day to be walking along the seawall in Stanley Park. Vancouver Yacht Club. The seal just popping its head up just for a split second here and there. So here along the seawall we've got this big rock. I don't think it's a particular attraction, but I find it interesting. Just this big giant rock just kind of plopped up here right against the seawall. What's the story with this rock? Some geese.
Some Canadian geese.
Canadian geese.
Hey, what do they call Canadian geese in Canada?
I don't know. What?
Geese.
A.
Hey, take off, you hoser.
Take off.
So this is the Rose Cole Yalton Memorial Pole of the Squamish Nation. It was raised in 2009 and created to honor Rose Cole Yalton, her family, and all those who lived in Stanley Park. This is erected in front of the house where the family used to live until 1935. And at the time of her passing, 2002, she was the last surviving resident of the Brockton community here. These totem poles here are historic, and they were basically a coat of arms carved out of red cedar, and each totem told an event of something that happened at a specific event. And there is one of the seaplanes we'll be taking a little bit. Spoilers. So right out here is the Lionsgate Bridge. That's where all the cruise ships are going to sail under on their way out towards Alaska. And we will be sailing away under that in just a couple of days. Brockton Point Lighthouse. One of the attractions along here was an active lighthouse until a little bit while back. We'll figure out exactly when that was. When the Harbor Air seaplanes come in back for a landing. And we walk underneath it and walk up. Get up the stairs and get another view of the lighthouse. In its heyday, the lighthouse played a key role in guiding ships safely in and out of Coal Harbour. First one built in 1890. Interesting, the lighthouse originally was planned with a boathouse at its base, but the boathouse was, the strong tides made this impractical. The boathouse was then built to the eastern side with a middle door as access. And the lighthouse was decommissioned in 2005. It is no longer used as a navigational aid. Sounds like the one of the cruise ships is tooting its horn. Gonna have departure a few hours from now for both of them. They're both leaving around 4:35. And Annette overheard one of the tour guides that was leading a group nearby that the cruise ships have to leave at low tide so that they can make it underneath the Lions Gate Bridge. And Annette found a good spot under the tree here.
It's very lovely.
A nice shady spot. Nice big tree. Now we've made it over to the 9 o'clock gun. Another interesting point here. And right behind it is the cruise ship terminal. The gun still gets fired at 9 o'clock every night. Makes a nice loud bang. It tells you fires at 9 and it's very loud. It's a naval type 12-pound muzzle loader that was cast in 1816 and was gifted to Vancouver in 1896. This coaster here needs a break, so we're going to head for some food and relax a little bit before we go on to the next adventure. And grab some lunch at Stanley Park Brewing. We got a selection of beers and cocktails here, and some different snacks, pizzas, appetizers, burgers, probably handhelds. See what we pick. And now we're going to head to Coal Harbour, where we're going to join Harbour Air for a seaplane tour over Stanley Park, Coal Harbour, and downtown Vancouver. It's a really fun excursion and a highlight of our trip. It's basically a fleet of planes. There's 3 planes getting ready to take off back to back to back. So we checked in, got a complimentary beer, Annette got her complimentary water, and checked in the counter right over there, and we got a waiting area here, a bar. Celebrity Millennium now pulling away and heading toward Lions Gate Bridge.
For a 20-minute cruise in a de Havilland Beaver around Vancouver. Before we go, I'm going to show you a safety video. I think you're familiar with the safety features.
got off the Seaplane flight. What'd you think, Nat? Did you enjoy that?
It was beautiful. I'm never doing it again.
She was a little concerned, a little scared, but she survived it. Survived it and saw some beautiful sights. Thanks for joining us. Like, subscribe, comment below, tell your friends, and remember, have a good time all the time, even in a scary plane. Just finished our flight, of course, and the Tap and Barrel here. A lot of nearby viewing areas over Coal Harbour. There is the pixelated whale statue up there. And right on the other side of this building here is Canada Place, where the port is. And then Stanley Park is right out this way where we were earlier today.
That's our topic for today, the Great White North. So, good day.
What an education, eh?
Say good day.
Good day.